everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rap Reviews where we talk about rap. I've got two friends with me, Kieran and Ben.
So excited to be here.
I too am excited. Right?
Yeah, I wanted to get a response from both of you for that one.
Yes.
Energy's still lifting here. We'll get there.
Yeah, we're gonna.
It's been a very tired day.
I'm a little bit hungover. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Hungover, it's fucking Wednesday, bro.
I know, but I'm unemployed.
True.
Actually, can I tell you guys a little thing today that
Go on.
I experienced? I think the listeners might enjoy it.
I mean, if it's boring, I'll just cut it out anyway.
That's perfect. That's the beauty of you editing.
Yeah, I am God.
Yeah, you are judge, jury, and executioner. So I was watching the Dana White's Contender series, right? And it's basically for like prospects, but it's very it's got a reality edge to it,
Prospects for what?
For like fighting, sorry, like for UFC. Sorry, I should have made for mixed martial arts out there. Any fans out there? Anyway,
yes,
they do like a bit of a story between introing the fighters before they come out, and that's sometimes where like I might place a bet, like this guy really seems like a badass, or like this seems really cool, and I'm gonna bet on him. But this guy came out and he was like, I got cancer a couple of years ago and leukemia, and he survived. And then he's like, my mom died, and he started like crying. And I was like, this guy seems like a bit of a pussy. So I bet it against him and he got knocked out in a minute. And I felt really bad. Like I won a bunch of money, but I was like, fuck me. Like I was so right. It felt wrong.
I mean, good on you for picking him, but fuck,
it really could have gone
dude just had cancer.
And then his mom died, which is not funny, but like, I don't know. I just think his whole attitude, I just didn't believe him as a fighter. Anyway, you could delete that out. You do whatever you want.
Well, I mean, the results show themselves, don't they?
Yeah, like I am a bad person.
I was trying to think of a good segue into the song we're doing today, but I just don't think there is one in this. I'm pretty good with finding like a segue in the smallest, tiniest little bit of information, but
there was nothing on cage fighting or cancer in this track.
No.
It's the ruthless nature of hip hop. So we got a Sid the Kid track, right?
We've got a Sid the Kid track. Yeah, we're doing All About Me, and I didn't tell these boys what we're doing, and by boys I mean the two hosts that I'm here with.
Thank you. Get it right.
Sorry. How dare I?
Fuck, you'll need some editing soon, Jesus.
Fuck off. I didn't tell you guys about it because a lot of this track has been actually annotated by Sid on Genius. Ooh. So I figured that this
super lazy of you.
Well, I figured that this could be like a good kind of Rap Reviews calibration session to see how well our annotations match up with what the artist has to say.
Nice. Oh, that's why we're going in blind for this one.
That's why you're going in blind.
All right,
the lyrics aren't super complex. I don't think it'll be too hard to decipher given, our level of prowess that we've been developing over the past 40 episodes.
Exactly.
It still sounds so weird to say that we've released 40 episodes.
It is kind of weird that we've stuck to it for this many episodes.
We're prolific and unsuccessful. It's a great combo. We love being here.
We're going to be like underground, like we're going to come out one day and then people are going to feel good because like I knew that shit before they got famous.
Shout out
on episode 465. That was the one that really made them pop off.
Shout out to all of you, the listeners, especially like the burgeoning markets we're seeing in like the UK, the US, Brazil, France.
Yeah, France is actually fucking with it a fair bit.
Yeah, to our French listeners, merci beaucoup.
Oh, yeah. There he is.
I don't know much French, but I'm not going to fucking butcher it.
I'm not going to correct him. We'll go with it.
What up, Algeria? Someone tuned in the other day. I wonder what's the deal with that, but I'm into it.
I mean, Algeria was, I think, a former French colony, so I don't know, maybe there's some sort of like the French listeners are just, I don't know.
Possibly a relative of one of the Frenchmen.
Perhaps, I don't know, but yeah, if you're out there, give us a shout, man. We'd love to. We'll even reference you in a show. Like you're a unique listener to us, all unique listeners.
No, we shouldn't actually. We should charge them like set up a Patreon and make them pay for that privilege.
I mean, for now, just go and give us a follow on Instagram, Rap Reviews Podcast. But following that, when we maybe get around to setting up a Patreon, we'll
5 to 6 years,
if
you could give us $1, that'd be great.
Yeah, even just $1. $1 would be fucking great.
I like we're doing a Patreon ad for when we don't even have a Patreon.
It's coming, like in the works. Patreon,
like the email address. Like we'll set it up 2 years before we ever create the email.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to digress from our lack of organization in this show. We're doing a Sid the Kid track because she, of course, is part of Odd Future in the last couple of episodes we've done. have been Odd Future. We've kind of gone from the raw, kind of visceral Tyler the Creator and Earl Sweatshirt to now what would probably be seen as the more polished and conventionally put together track of what Sid does in All About Me and what her work usually is. She's an incredibly gifted vocalist and musician and producer. I learned that she's an integral part of Odd Future because a lot of like their early demos and stuff were recorded in her and I think her brother is her brother Taco? I should research that.
Read that before. I did not know that at all. There you go.
Yeah, I wasn't aware.
So a lot of their early recordings were done in their parents' place in South Central Los Angeles. So they're from the word get go with Odd Future. And I'm also going to try and bring back Word of the Week.
Ooh.
You're always doing it. I love it.
Yeah, well, someone's got to bring it back.
Just like the show itself, it will one day catch on.
Maybe. I'm doubtful with you two, but we'll give it a shot. So this isn't an Urban Dictionary reference, actually. Like, usually our Word of the Weeks, if you've listened to this show before, you'd know that they're just kind of weird hip-hop terms that are out there on Urban Dictionary for everybody to have. But this one is a legit Wikipedia source.
Oh, a legit Wikipedia source.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, wow. That's an oxymoron, but...
Moving on. Tonka beans. Do either of you know what Tonka beans are?
No, I'm not going to.
Tonka beans are black wrinkled seeds from the kumaru tree, which is native to Central America. And the interesting thing about these beans is that they were banned by the US, or banned to have them in the US by the FDA back in the 1950s because they had this compound in them called coumarin, which in high concentrations is toxic.
Oh.
But they say like similar levels of toxicity to nutmeg.
Okay, so like in moderation.
Yeah, but it's still like completely banned. Like, apparently there was like an FDA sting like a number of years ago where they went into a restaurant and were like, "Hey, show us your spice cabinet," and just bust in, see that they've got these Tonka beans and like,
you motherfuckers, I knew it.
Down on the ground.
You're gonna regret the day you fucking put these spices.
Anyway, should we get stuck into it?
Is that relevant to the track at all, or is it just a random week? Oh, it is. Okay. I wasn't here before for the word of the week, so this is new to me.
You've never done one word of the week?
I don't think so, no.
Surely I've done one in one of the tracks. You've been recording with us.
Basically, any Kieran episode, he usually tries to get the word of the week popping.
It's just my thing, you know.
Kind of my thing.
Since like episode 1, he loves it.
Okay.
We let him have it. We pretend that we're going to catch on.
Tonka beans.
I do love the idea of the word of the week, but I just never forget. I always get so wrapped up in trying to do just not a shit job at researching, just getting my head above water. I'm so focused on that I often don't have time for the word.
And you know, Rhino, recently you've been killing it with all of your thesaurus definitions.
Yeah. Did you bring a list with you today?
No, I have no. I've gone in a bit old school. I don't have to research, so I'm going to take it as it comes.
Yeah, I'm
not even going to look at the lyrics. I'm just only when you say them. That's it. Yeah.
Well, I better say them clearly then.
You better speak clearly.
I'd be more than a god in my dreams. It's wishful thinking. I sleep more than I need to. I drink more on the weekend.
God in dreams. So, she wants to be more powerful in her life. I don't know, yeah.
Maybe it's like, I think what you're saying is right. I think like she's kind of saying in her mind she feels that she could be doing more things than what she's doing when maybe she's already doing enough. But it's like, when you, in your dreams, sort of the time you think a lot, I guess, when you're going to sleep. So it's like, in my dreams, I'm a god because I can be what I want to be. But then in reality, it's like, there's restrictions on these things.
And do you think that's why she sleeps more than she needs to? Because she can maximize her time being like a godlike figure?
Yeah, dude, that's
She's trying to escape reality. Similar to The Matrix.
Sure.
Shout out to The Matrix 4 coming out. It's not sponsoring the episode.
But nobody sponsors this episode.
It's gonna be fucking trash as well, by the way, everyone out there.
Why? It's The Matrix.
Yeah, because like 2 and 3 were trash.
I haven't seen Matrix 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah. They're not great.
No, they're not good.
Highway scene is tight, though.
Highway scene is tight, but everything else...
Twins!
Yeah. All right, so Sid, she's self-aware of like her own delusions and knows that that's not the reality. I eat all meat but fish. I keep my N-words with me. I see sharks in the water. I fiend for marijuana.
Oh, there's a lot going on there.
Well, maybe the marijuana has made her a little bit paranoid.
Yeah, perhaps, and that's why she's saying like the sharks in the water.
Yeah, because
Be
I
like
don't
a-
think they get a lot of shark action.
In California, yeah,
Do
heaps
they?
sharks.
Oh yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, fair game. Play on. No, California is like from my understanding of the ecological terrain there. It's pretty shark infested.
Okay, so it's like similar to us in South Africa.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
got that warm water.
Yeah, maybe not as extreme as like Southwest WA and South Africa, but definitely like some few sharkies floating around.
Okay, so so she's not completely insane to think that there could be sharks in water in a sense.
But I think you're looking at it very literally, which is what I usually do. Maybe she's more talking about life in general, that there's like she's surrounded by people who want to shark her for whatever reason. So, she has to maybe she uses marijuana to take the edge off.
I was
yeah,
like,
100%. I don't think we're ever saying she was legit.
yeah, no, I was
trying to
fucking
trap
around all the
sharks.
time.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm glad you explained it to me like I was a moron.
I don't know. You could have been fucking legit there. I don't know.
Like it's good that my sarcasm has gotten so good that people don't know.
To be fair, I
Thanks.
wasn't sure if there was an actual annotation from you or not. So.
You said it with the utmost sincerity.
Yeah,
so
I know.
maybe
I mean,
we need to get. You need to give. Like
I've been
a
taking
word.
improv classes, guys, and it's shown, and some acting classes. I joined NIDA. No, I haven't. I haven't joined NIDA recently.
Again, you see, there's like
Shout out to NIDA.
no hint of sarcasm there.
Yeah, because my acting is that good. Like I embody everything I say.
Yeah, okay. You don't need a method act on the podcast. Nobody can see you act here.
I'm like the Daniel Day-Lewis of. All right, I'll stop.
I pray for all my homies. I'm lying. At least I try. I say that she's my only, but got you on my mind.
Well, from my understanding, she likes the ladies, right?
She does.
So it's clearly a suitor or a love interest of sorts, right?
Mm-hmm.
She seems to have some sort of Nelly dilemma situation going on.
She does have a Nelly-esque dilemma going on, a longing, if you will.
A longing for a forbidden fruit,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Yeah, precisely. And it kind of speaks more broadly to the theme on the album Finn, which she talks about kind of secretive love affairs. Ooh. It's very hot. Because let's be honest, who isn't intrigued by a secret love affair?
Especially with two ladies.
Mm.
It's a very popular porn genre, lesbian porn.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't know
you
what the highest
speaking-
genre is.
I don't watch it too much, to be honest. I've never been a
I've
huge
never
fan,
been
but
a
like
fan.
I know
Speaking
that
from experience, Romano.
of masturbating.
Yeah.
Oh fuck it, you better believe. I've clocked insane hours. Like I don't want to get into it to the listener.
No, please.
I don't wanna
I think this is what the listeners tune in for.
they tune into they hear me talk about the porn, and let's not do it.
What do you consume? Maybe a bit of golden shower material instead?
I've tried to lay off the masturbating the older I've gotten, because I'm one of those people that get shame always. Like Ben, I know you
I
don't.
never do it.
Yeah, but I get shame almost like always.
What is that?
Even when I enjoy it, like I get this bit of a shame.
Is it that good Catholic
I was
upbringing of yours?
literally about to say that. Weird you say that. You reckon
Yeah,
it's
but I don't
Catholic
know. I
background?
was like pretty up against the even in Catholic school, and like I wasn't brought up very Catholic in my family. My parents are very like kind of gross people in a sense. Like my dad will say some stuff about my stuff
do you
that he
think-
does with my mom that I don't want to hear. And he's been doing that my whole life, and it makes me want to fucking rip my ears out,
But do you think the fact
smash
that
my head
you've,
through a fucking table.
you've had like learning of Catholicism a lot growing up?
Yeah,
You
well,
don't think it's always in the back of your mind? Maybe that's something that's sort of clouding your judgment in that sense when you come back to your senses. Let's say.
Yeah, well, I just think I don't know. It's like one of those things that you feel like, you're like, oh, this is fucking sick in a sense. Like you really get, and then as soon as it kind of like, I don't want to say what, everyone knows what I'm talking about once you climax, if you Quill, if you Peter Quill, I get this like sense of shame that just sort of rushes over me straight away. Yeah, it's weird, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it's been like that for.
See, I enjoy the depravity of the whole situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with Ben, and I grew up in like a very Catholic household.
Yeah,
If my mother
like-
was listening to this, she would be fucking dismayed to hear me talking about masturbation.
My mother may listen to this, and I'm sure she'll be fine with it. Yeah?
Enough talking about the mothers.
Yeah, we're about to get onto mums and masturbation, so maybe we move on.
So she's got a wandering eye, is what we're saying, for another
Yeah,
potential.
all that being
Yeah,
said.
yeah, something that's being like buried under the surface. Today I'm only human. Oh, sorry. No. Today I'm only human, but know that when I die, my grave gon' be my music. My soul is living through it, baby.
So she's living on through the music.
yeah, that's what will make her immortal. Long
That's a
after
good, you know, she's not wrong in a sense.
she's leaving her mark here.
You know, I gotta stop saying in a sense and I guess. I was listening to an episode and I was
You
like,
need to be more affirmative.
Yeah, be
yeah,
confident, dude.
I know.
You know,
I'm gonna work on that. If I
maybe-
talk from less from now on, it's because I'm just desperately trying to not to say I guess and in a
Maybe-
sense.
Maybe it shows.
So as I've still got some work to do in the whole, you know, on the radio. I wouldn't be ready for the wake up morning shows at the moment. You know.
Well, it shows that you've got, you know, like a reflective and sensitive sides.
You're open to another interpretation, perhaps. You're not completely
Oh, thanks, guys.
married
Like-
to that idea. You know?
We can flip this any other way. It's an annotation review. We'll annotate
yeah,
and
you're
psychoanalyze you.
Yeah, no, I know. I actually quite liked it.
Or you're just an unassertive bitch.
Fucking grow a backbone.
Spineless, really spineless.
Yeah, I'm.
Anyway, we go to the chorus. Take care of the family that you came with. We made it this far and it's amazing. People drowning all around me, so I keep my squad around me.
So a little shout out to the fam. We'll shout out to maybe the internet, maybe Odd Future.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
just people
so.
on a life.
I think so, yeah. She realizes that, you know, if you stray from that path and start to badmouth your family, things can go south pretty quickly.
I don't know why I found that so funny, but yeah, it's true. It's all sound advice from Kieran.
Is it my delivery?
I don't know. I think your sincerity about it made me laugh. I can't. I'm a little bit high as well. I'll be honest. That probably factored into it.
True. Keep it in the family that you came with. Keep enemies close. You know the basics. People crowded all around me. I guess it's all about me.
So she's like the center of attention and it makes her feel uncomfortable. But at least when she's got the guidance of her friends, makes it easy to do it.
Dude, nailed it. Because this is her first solo album since
The internet.
she made music with the internet. So I think there was like that kind of pressure that was on her.
Yeah, a bit of Stevie Nicks when she went solo.
Yeah, sure. For a second there, I thought you were talking about Steve Lacy, who produced the track.
No.
No, Stevie Nicks.
Fleetwood Mac fame.
I think after
Fleetwood Mac
Rumours, I believe she went solo.
Yeah, right. It's just after her and Lindsey
she
Buckingham
covered
had
she covered
their-
a Tom Petty song.
She did 17 also. That was by herself, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was her first album, solo album.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, great album actually. But she was, she's very nervous and skeptical about going solo, like often people are, because you get your name with the band, and you feel like sometimes will they remember you, or like will they I guess anytime you go solo, like with the Beatles, they found a lot of success, but there's a lot of times where people go solo and they don't, no one cares.
They're nothing without their fan.
Yeah. I can't reference them because I literally just, I don't care enough.
Yeah. Well, I think that also speaks to these lines that Sid feels like comfortable that she's got the support of Odd Future to go out and do her own thing. It's not like she's breaking away to like be like, fuck you and your creative stifling, like, I'm going to just do my own thing. We all respect that. You're going to support me. Everything's kosher.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they're kind of like a Wu-Tang Clan in a sense, right? Where they're very, like, they seem cool with everyone doing their own. Supportive, I guess, is the word.
Yeah, well, it seems like the only difference is Odd Future don't have one psychopath giving everyone their
story.
Shout out to
their
RZA.
outline to the rest of their life, you know what I mean?
I don't think. Shout out to a fan of the show, RZA.
I don't think you're a psychopath, RZA. I think you're a genius.
I
Hey,
love
dude,
RZA.
when I met you, you seemed so into carpentry that, like,
To a psychopathic level, maybe, would you
yeah,
say?
yeah, like to like a weird interest, but
Like running his finger over the blades of like some drop saws.
it's like I guess this is kind of more, there was a roast of James Franco, and I forgot what her name. There's one of the comedians. She was like, writer, actor, director, artist. Like, is there anything you can do? And I feel like people like RZA are kind of like that sometimes. They fall victim to doing too much stuff.
Yeah.
And there's certain
We should
things
stop, we should stop lampooning fan of the show RZA though.
certain things that maybe they should stick to, and that's all I'm going to say about RZA.
Yeah, like possibly. Actually, you know what though? Don't hate him as an on-screen appearance.
I don't hate him as an on-screen appearance.
Directing
but as
though,
a director.
yeah, you can fuck right off with that. Like
Man with the Iron Fist. Oh lord.
absolute.
But
trump.
soundtrack, fucking killer.
Yeah, good soundtrack. What is it? Ghostface? Ghost Dog, Way of the Samurai.
Yeah,
he did the
again,
sound.
incredible.
Great soundtrack. If you've never heard that soundtrack, listeners, amazing like New York hip hop instrumentals throughout the album. So the scoring if you quill.
I feel like we're really groveling now to like show people we don't hate the RZA. We just don't like certain other.
Again, we're not intervening on RZA's ability to make music. That's
And you know what, guys? Like, you wouldn't believe this, but he's going to go out and direct movies regardless of what we say.
Believe it or not. All right, verse 2. We getting checks in the mail. I don't know if you could tell. Stacking this bread on the shelf. Stacking my bread on the shelf.
I see what you did there.
I don't get it.
What'd she do there, Ben?
Well, she's stacking this bread.
Referring to money.
I believe she's referring to money.
Not
Cheddar,
actual bread.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Not actual cheese either. And she's actually stacking bread on the shelf as well. Because I assume she's eating bread.
We're going very literal with these.
Wait, so she's putting money on the shelf, and she's also putting bread on the shelf.
Yeah, maybe to feed the fam. Maybe to make toast. I don't know.
I think you're playing silly buggers.
I'm being 100% legit here, dude. It's an odd line, but I think it's basically what you're saying.
So she's like making home while making money. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Am I annotating?
I think you got that correct. You've hit the nail on the head.
See, I read that differently. I read that as
yeah.
like, again, in the theme with like all about me. It's like stacking this bread on the shelf as in this is like the fame and money that I have from the internet, and then stacking my bread on the shelf, being like, now I'm going to earn my stripes as a solo artist and show everybody.
That makes a lot more sense.
But was that not because you read her actual annotation of the song?
Yes, which we'll get to. And I just passed that off as my own.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
I just thought like everyone should be aware.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that was. Anyway, at the end of the track,
So you knowingly waited for me to finish acting like a fool, and then came in with the correct answer.
That he had from the actual artist.
I don't think
that all happened. Anyway,
I don't think that line was annotated. I'm going to do like Sid's full annotation after this. But yes, because I have read Sid's annotation is kind of all blurring into one. So sorry, Ben, to like put you down there.
I've cross-referenced the annotation on here, and I guess yours is closer. Yes.
But hey, maybe she is like a big fan of artisanal sourdough that she gets down at a local Los Angeles bakery. That
I reckon she would be. Yeah.
plus like a
girls gotta wait.
A famous Freddie Crew. Freddie Crew. I've been watching all these horror movie things today. Sorry. Freddie Mercury quote is like, if you see it there, darling, then it exists. Like in terms of like when someone was asking about his music, like what is like some of his lyrics mean. Yeah, like in terms of meaning, it's like if you see a meaning in something, then there's nothing that I can.
Because
yeah.
Also loves that he refers to
Yeah,
reporters and journalists as darling.
It's very Freddie Mercury.
So Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, but it's a
Rest in
good
peace.
quote though. I think it's true. It's true. With our show, we're probably always wrong, really. Unless we have the actual
Artists.
yeah.
Maybe they don't even know what they're.
I was going to say,
about.
there's certain things I've written down before and thing, and I couldn't tell you again later on what I meant by it at the time. you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So there's some shit that sounds cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've written a whole movie, and then I just like as I was writing it was like reworking what it meant because I kept forgetting. Like it's hard. It's hard. I'm sure when you do a whole album, you can't be certain what you meant every time. You could have come home drunk and wrote half of it on a napkin. Like really drunk, you was that fucking deep, or was it just like a cool rhyme scheme that you wanted to go with?
Yeah.
Yeah, not just discredit anyone, but yeah.
No, that's a good insight into the
Thanks,
creative
man.
process.
Yeah. Cheers.
Perhaps, I don't know, maybe.
I'm not a songwriter, but
Maybe one day. I see you mad at yourself. I see them mad at themselves. I hear him crying for help. I hear him crying for help. Don't be mad if I switch up. My good taste got me this much. Too sweet for your taste buds. I seen you sleeping, ho, wake up.
Jesus, that was a lot. You got much for that, Benny?
It sort of just seems like she's having a go at people who maybe aren't doing what they want to be doing, and they're getting mad at her for being successful. And she's like, "Well, keep crying because you're not working like I am." That's what I'm taking from it.
Yeah.
Don't be mad if I
Yeah.
switch it up, maybe because she's going solo, she's switching up her style, and it's like my good taste got me this much, got me this far. Like you like me from what my taste was so far, so trust the process that you're going to continue to like, even if I'm changing to what you used to.
Yeah,
Give it a crack.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's not bad crack.
And kind of like in the same vein as Tyler's Massa that we covered a couple of weeks ago, in him saying like he talks about how his style has changed over the years, and I trust in what I do. I trust in my process. Like fuck the critics,
Yeah.
fuck the naysayers.
The inevitable blowback that you might get from when you do go solo.
They ain't know what that sauce was till we served it off of that tonka. Drizzled all on your lobster. Put shame on your roster.
There's that word of the week.
There's that word. Although it says off of that tonka, it's like you're not eating... I guess you'd maybe eat sauce off tonka beans. I don't know. I've never had tonka beans.
Well, I don't think it'd be legal here, right?
It might be legal in Australia. I know it's illegal in the States, whether it's legal here or
But
not.
you didn't check if it was here.
Oh, fuck that, man. Ah, yeah.
Nah, don't. Let's not do it. The audiences can.
It's
work.
it's funny. I totally forgot about the word of the week until just then. So when I read that, I just automatically assumed she was pouring ketchup out of a Tonka truck to a pig.
Well, look, that might be right. Maybe.
That's so dumb. It wasn't that long ago when he told us about the whole Tonka thing, but
I know it was in this episode.
Yeah,
it was like 20 minutes ago.
yeah.
But clearly a forgettable definition.
Well, I was looking for Tonka beans. So when I saw Tonka truck, I was like, oh, no Tonka.
I had a Tonka truck.
I know some of these words. Yeah.
I mean, it could be like she doesn't say specifically.
I feel like it should have a capital
Tonka
T if
beans.
it's Tonka, though. You know.
Yeah, no. So like, because you wouldn't put a truck on a food, you know, like a steak.
But it could be like a fun way that a restaurant serves up a dish. Be like, hey, this is a bit of a throwback to your youth. We're going to put a dish in a fucking toy truck.
Yeah, actually, like you could have like the tray, like the cup, the bucket of the
Yeah, and then
Tonka
it's just
truck,
like- and then
and
you,
you
like,
have
back it
the beans, like the paprika. I guess I imagine in my head, it's like a powder.
Yeah, and then
For
you
some
like,
reason.
you
And you
like
dip
back
it,
it up,
maybe.
you back it up onto the plate, and then you
Yeah.
like tip the truck up, and it all rolls out onto the plate.
It's
That
pretty.
sounds-
This is like some Salt Bay level shit.
This is a genius idea.
Yeah, I think we
for a
might go
restaurant.
fucking viral.
Yeah.
So if she's talking about a Tonka bean, what does that line mean then exactly?
I think it just means that she's using like an analogy for her ingredients, or like food ingredients, which are so rare and like outlawed
Gotcha.
she's like referencing it to her own lyrics that
Right.
you know they're super rare and
Not
hard to come
conventional.
by.
It's, yeah.
Yeah,
Contraband.
yeah. Her lyrics are contraband.
How's that for a thesaurus, motherfucker?
Good on you, Romano.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's rad. It's a good line.
Thank you. I was proud of it. When I read it.
Me broke, girl, dream on. My team on, my weed strong. Need more of what we on. My league always D1.
Shit.
There's some classic kind of hip hop esque stuff.
Yeah,
just
shit,
get the green and we're
Yeah.
number one. You know,
What is
very
it-
important things in life.
What is it with rappers and always bragging about their strong weed, bro?
Because I think I genuinely think it would be one of the best perks of being a rapper.
You'd be constantly be given.
It's like being a weed comedian, like Doug Benson or something. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah,
you just
yeah.
like people would be giving you weed all the time. It'd be fucking sick. You know, depending on the country, like it'd be, you know, like some people like go around like they're foodies and they go around and eat different restaurants around the world.
Yeah,
You'd be a
You know, like,
weed.
you know, I remember when we went and saw Method Man, all like Wu-Tang Clan, and Method Man was like, yo, Australia, your weed is garbage, but you guys are all right.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
man.
and he's like, and I was like, he's so right. Like, our weed is shit. But like, he wouldn't have paid for his trash weed the whole time. You know, people would have been giving it to him. Like, you know,
Yeah.
everyone's trying to source the best trash to give to Method Man and all the guys from Wu-Tang Clan.
Well, when I went to see
Been a heavy
the
reference episode to the Wu-Tang
I
Clan.
went and saw the Underachievers play a show in Brisbane a few years ago, and somebody handed one of them a joint on stage, obviously expecting to light it up on stage and have like a fun time and party with them.
Yeah,
and that.
yeah.
And he just grabbed it, he's like, "Oh, thank you," and just put it on the table behind him, and then just finished the show, and
Yeah,
then just walked off
exactly.
with it.
Yeah, it's like it's
He
like
doesn't want that.
it's like a tip for rap. That would be so disappointing. Like, oh, kinda want
Cool.
you
I
to-
get some fucking shit bush Australian weed.
Yeah, like have you guys ever been to a Cypress Hill concert? Like, say that
A
again.
what concert?
Yeah, like, have you ever been seen Cypress Hill live? Like,
No.
oh man, like I saw him Big Day Out once, and just like everyone pulls out weed. It's insane.
Clouds of THC lingering
Yeah,
above.
but like those guys wouldn't pay for weed. The Cypress Boys. You know, if you had a chance to give them a little 50 of weed, you'd do it.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I'd do it.
I mean, you're forking out already so much to go and see them. Why not? What's an extra 50?
Why not give them $50 worth of weed on top?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
Yeah, no, fuck them actually in
I think I
hindsight. But like if I had some weed and I saw like a rapper and I was like, oh, do you want to have this, smoke some of this joint with me? You know, I'd do that.
Well, reference to our friend Amalia, who we may have already spoken about on the show, when she went and saw Parliament Funkadelic and George Clinton was like, yo, who's got weed in the crowd? And sure enough, Amalia had a joint in her pocket and was invited upstage to have a dance with
Yeah.
George Clinton.
No, she did.
Crazy.
Malia is. Shout out to Malia if you're listening. I think she listens sometimes.
Yeah. Hopefully.
But Malia's a very cool person. And she'd be organised and bring a joint for that kind of situation. And I just don't think I have the foresight to just be like, I'm going to bring a joint just in case.
Maybe
George wants to smoke.
I don't think she would have brought it specifically for that fact. She would have like had it in her pocket, been like, "Oh shit, that's right. I got a joint to smoke while I'm watching this show." And then George is suddenly like, "Who's got the joints?"
Actually, fun story about Amalia. Amalia and another friend Jimmy. One time they called me and they were like, "Hey, we got tickets to Arrested Development," and I was like, "The TV show?" And they were like, no, like Arrested Development, the band, the group, if you quill. And we and when I went and I was like, oh, this is that everyday people. It was a great time, free concert.
It was used in an Australia Post ad. So never
it was, whoa. Yeah.
So thank you to Jimmy and Amalia for bringing me to that concert because they were great. Arrested Development, like it was a full ensemble. It was a good time.
That'd be rad.
I should stop referencing concerts I've been to today. That's enough of that.
A bit of humble bragging going on here. But it got to be done.
I think maybe because it's been so long since I've been to a gig that I'm actually starting to get a little bit like I think I don't realize
for live music.
How integral it was in my life since I was like could go to gigs. I've been going to gigs since like you could go to like Leaderville like punk gigs and like when we were like 13, 14.
Yeah, for sure. For a $5.
Yes, exactly. Like a very tiny room, get a good little death pit going.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, getting back to the lyrics. My league always D1. D1 is
Division 1 football.
Bam.
He looked it up. You cheated somehow.
No, I didn't.
All right, fair
D1. Yeah. Watch wrestling. A lot of them come from football.
So that's like your Rose Bowls, your Sugar Bowls, that kind of league.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Your minor leagues.
Well, no, like the top tier of college football.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
But anyway, she's basically just saying everything I have is supreme.
Yes. Her team is D1.
Yeah, her team is good.
Her team is a good team.
Yeah.
It's a good team to be in.
Yeah, they're a good team.
We ball all season. Kobe's on my feet, brah. Pay attention to me, brah. Pay me my fee, brah.
I love that she's used brah.
Yeah, aggressively. Just she aggressively turns the bra on. Bra. Also, another shout out to Cobra Kai. Old Kobe. He's got to be like up there with Jordan as one of the most referenced hip hop athletes.
Yeah, LeBron, Kobe.
Like I'm being serious about that. Yeah.
In the interview she does for Genius, she actually does give a shout out to Kobe because she's talking about the specific line. But I won't say what it is because can you try and annotate what it means to have Kobe's on one's feet?
Well, he was good at basketball. I know that.
It's like a Mike situation.
It's literally just that Kobe Bryant released his own like version of.
Oh yeah, I assume that's what it was. Some sort of series of shoe. Yeah, she's got Kobe's on her feet.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Okay, go ahead.
I didn't know you had a line of shoes though. So that's
I
new
didn't.
to me.
I didn't know
there
that. Yeah,
like you seek answers
and one and Jordans and stuff, right? Yeah, go ahead.
You seek answers to questions about me. It's in my music. Oh, bro, getting back to fucking Freddie Mercury's quote. Whoa. I didn't
even know the song was coming. So.
You preach about revolution and dreams. I really do this. I lead by my example. I see fame as a nuisance.
So she's more about the art rather than having her face plastered on things.
Yeah.
It's more about a message rather than her image.
She chooses to feed the ego. Is that good? We're done with that?
Yeah, I think so. Nailed it.
We're looking at you for confirmation to see if we've got that correct.
Confirmation.
Can we pass on to the next lyric, please?
Well, the rest of it's just the chorus. Now should I just go through and read out?
I think you missed out at the last line there, dude.
What last line?
I don't take it for granted, but goddamn it, sometimes I can't stand it.
There you go. All right, well, continue on, Benny.
Well, that's it. That's important. She doesn't want to seem like an asshole, but I think it's something that she needs to get off her chest. Is that what she's trying to say there? Oh. Quick little stab.
Yeah, essentially.
The fame, yeah. It's like she understands the benefits of the fame and she's not angry at it, but sometimes I just want to chill.
Yeah, which is fair enough. She's only human,
she's
Ben.
Only human.
She can't do whatever you want whenever you want her to do it,
Yeah, I've been telling people that about Sid for years.
I know you actually have been very vocal about that.
Is this legit?
No, we need to get out of this now. Go.
Come on, Kieran. You're not getting this far now.
Look, I was gonna go run through the verified annotation for Sid, but fuck it, that's just no. If you want to run through the verified annotation, go and read it yourself and see how far or see how close the Rap Reviews team going in blind has got it. I think you've done pretty well.
Really? So, like, is that why we're not doing it? Because we're so close for most of the part that there's no point of doing it.
Yeah, I don't think there's much point in redoing it.
There's no exciting extra little tidbits of information that she's thrown in there.
There's nothing you can sprinkle in there for the listeners, you know, the dedicated fans.
Really cool facts.
We'll go back to the part of where she's saying I drink more on the weekend. This is even really an annotation of the lyrics. This is more just, I think she was questioned as to like, what do you drink? Like, what is your poison of choice? And
Oh,
she
that is-
Was this with the interview she did with, like, is this one of those interviews from YouTube with Genius?
Yeah, where it's like
So
where it's
she
like a
didn't go
yellow
online herself and do
background.
it. Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, no.
They do that sometimes. Rappers.
Yeah, they did.
My drink of choice is just Corona, champagne. You know, I try to keep it light. I don't like doing too much. You take chances with the hard liquor, but I do love Hennessy.
That seems so fucking irrelevant, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, that seems like more irrelevant than half the shit we talk about in most episodes. Like,
And then the next line, I eat all meat but fish. That's in reference to growing up. I never ate fish. My mum had a couple of bad fish experiences right when I was a baby, I guess. And so my whole upbringing, we never had fish in the house. It wasn't until I was like 16 and my parents started bringing fish in the house and I was like, this smells crazy. What y'all doing? So we're probably trying to find deeper meaning in reality there.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that line if it was like a religious thing or something, but no, it's just
yeah, she just never experienced a bunch of fish until she was 16. That's kind of interesting, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think my dad had pizza until he was about 22. So
Fuck, really?
yeah, he grew up in Parramatta, bro.
That's
Like, surely Parramatta has a fucking Domino's.
Not the 70s, no. It wasn't a thing in Australia.
Oh yeah, I
They
guess it
didn't have
wasn't as
pizza,
cosmopolitan old
Yeah.
Sydney back then. That's
Yeah,
true.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they didn't know what it was. They were
What a
confused.
deprived childhood.
Yeah, weird, eh?
I
Even
feel
even
like-
mum,
man.
who is a wog.
Descriptions of Sydney in like the 70s and like 60s kind of sound shitty in a lot of ways. You know, like it sounds like there was a lot of junkies and sounds kind of shitty at times. You know, but yeah, that's how it is.
That's the way it goes.
Before
Look
everyone
at
came
it. Look at it now. It's fucking impossible to afford a house. Is like,
Exactly.
on a regular
Exactly. Yeah.
income.
Back then, you could actually afford to live in a house, whereas now we can't.
It's
Yeah,
pros and
it's-
cons.
It's one or the
That's
other. you know?
Yeah.
It's
I
fun.
tell you, I can't deny it. Is that what you
There,
get?
there
I don't know.
it
What
is,
yeah, Frank
Bit
Sinatra.
of Frankie. I was about to say C, but it's Frankie S.
Yeah.
Sinatra. Anyway.
Frankie Natra.
Natra. Anyway, that's the song. So should we throw some BPMs at it?
Yep. Do you want to take it away? Quick ones. Go quick and fast.
Yeah, fire him off.
Quick and fast. All right, I'm gonna give it say 340.
No justification needed. We're good.
No justification needed.
Yeah, I reckon this week we just cut the justification out. We just give straight
Cut the
numbers.
crust off this.
Is that what we're gonna do from here on in, or just for this episode?
We'll trial it out. We're still improving in this show. Ben, straight numbers. Nothing. No justification.
I've never heard the song before, so 310.
That's too much
fair enough.
justification.
Yeah, that was a.
I know, I just really wanted to squeeze it.
That was a lot more justification than Kieran gave. I'm gonna also go 440. No justification.
Okay, that now I clap.
No, sorry. 340. I added
okay,
the
okay.
yeah.
gonna say,
It was a
jeez.
quite light track. It did unfortunately. Sorry,
This guy just comes in with his.
Look at this guy.
I'm so used to justifying my score. There you go. See, I didn't want to drag us out with that shit.
I kind of like this no justification because this is always the part that we always stumble on.
Yeah, I was listening to one of the new episodes we dropped, and I was like, we kind of seem to still to this day drag out these.
Well, it seems to be one thing I don't think of until you turn to me and go, "What's your BPM?" And I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah,
that's right."
See, like if we were like a proper YouTube show and we cut everything every time we talk, like
every 2 seconds,
every
every time you
fucking
blink,
7
it makes a cut.
seconds,
Yeah, yeah.
the thing about us is like we've learned how to talk for more than 2 minutes without having to edit it, which is, I'm not having stabs at YouTube or anything, but that's where we probably don't have the opportunity to have a pre-written fucking super sick sounding, encapsulation of the whole number system. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah,
I feel like I'm accidentally taking it
I
off.
feel like if we're doing an actual review and like trying to justify the ratings we give it at the end, which is honestly the least important part about this show,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
then yeah, we probably should have something a bit more scripted. But nah, fuck that. I like it. Just straight. give this segment of the show exactly what it deserves.
Exactly.
Little oxygen.
I think we're giving it too much. I think we talk about why we might or might not like the show during the show.
Yeah, and it's more like the end is very much our personal,
Yeah.
subjective, opinion of the track, which is like no one really cares enough about us individually as people to
Exactly.
care what we think about
Like
the
if you
track.
was Zac
Maybe-
Efron,
maybe one day.
if you was Zac
Maybe one day,
Efron,
yeah.
I would care more about.
I wouldn't care if Zac Efron liked a Sid track, to be honest with you.
That's true. I wouldn't care either. But like if someone, you know,
If
someone
Snoop
famous-
Dogg had some words to say about a Sid track, then I might be.
I don't really
interested.
care much for Snoop Dogg these days either. Like I think he's like I love him. He's a legend, but he's also like he's so fucking fried at this point. He's
Romano Calusi does not represent the views of Rap Reviews as a whole.
So who else can we
Sorry,
bring down
man,
today? We've got RZA, Snoop Dogg.
Sorry, Snoop Dogg, but those menu logs are killing me, buddy.
Yeah, the menu log ads.
the menu
Yeah,
logs.
there's too many, man.
That's
They're
sad.
on all the time.
And
It'd
now
be
we
fine
got
if
now
it
we
was
got
like-
rugby league players singing them like in like a montage, and it's like that makes me fucking hate the world. Like,
Yeah,
we got
fair
enough going on. I don't need this shit on top of it.
Fair. All right. I take your point.
Sorry, Snoop Dogg, and sorry, RZA.
But I don't think we could ever cut out the BPM section of the show. I
No,
think
it's a nice way to round it off. at the end, I
Yeah,
feel.
I think
No,
we,
no,
start-
we'll
we
keep it,
started,
we'll keep
we
it.
started doing it for like quasi-legal purposes, which I'm not even sure that's really that legit. But
Yeah, like I don't even know if we need it, to be honest with you.
I
because
think it's just like
I just don't know. We were never sure of the line because remember when we started the show, we didn't know legally if we were even allowed to do this. Like if we were going to drop it and then the robots were going to take us down.
Yeah, you don't
But
want
we're
to get on the bad side of the robots.
2 episodes in now. Now we've tricked the robots.
I mean, but we still don't play any of the tracks. So
Yeah.
maybe we.
And I guess
don't
even
wanna
when we
fuck it up
sing,
now.
like I can sing high like this. And even I'm doing Step Brothers.
Oh
now,
yeah,
right?
Shazam or whatever algorithm's trying to pick up those lyrics isn't going to be able to hear our horrible tones.
Should we play us out? Like a little sing along before we end the track.
What are we singing?
Ba 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 ram ba 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 ram.
Take my hand, Baba Ran.
And a rockin'
Ba-ba-ran.
Ba 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 ba